weekend that began with all the drama at Stamford Bridge and Chelsea's win over Tottenham. The drama followed at Turf Moor in Burnley's. Also wins there for Southampton, for Palace, for City, and the draw at Bramall Lane. And all the goals yesterday, United, Wolves and Arsenal all scoring 3 and all getting 3 points. And Liverpool did the same tonight. 3 goals, another 3 points, and a difficult one to take for West Ham United. So 22 points clear, a maximum of 12 points required before Liverpool end that 30-year wait for a top-flight title. At one stage, West Ham were out of the bottom 3, even at 2-2. Villa were in the drop zone, but the Hammers faced Southampton at the weekend, still in those relegation places.
Oh, the winner, how did that feel?
Great today. Obviously, it was not our best game, but we pushed until the last moment. I think, which is really important for us because you can't expect to play very well every single game, and we know it. So I think the mentality of the boys was fantastic, and we should keep going like this.
When you did go behind, was there still that belief inside you when you got that winner? Did it increase tenfold? Yeah,
sure. After 2-1 down, I think you only have to believe, especially you playing in front of your fans. I think no excuse, just go until the end. After we will see the result. But yeah, I think that's it. If you play in Anfield, especially, you always have to keep believing, especially away. So that's what we try to do as a team, and finally we got the result. I think I would say we deserve it because we pushed them to make mistake, and we try to, from that we try to win the game.
And you know now 4 more wins and you get that Premier League trophy. Do you feel that you've almost got a hand on it yet?
One more step to go. I think one more step, but yeah, we're looking forward for it, which is our dream, and for the club, especially for the fans and for the players as well.
Thank you, Sadio. Good man.
So Liverpool won it, 4 more to go for Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen pushed to the limit tonight, is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we 70-something% possession, but West Ham did with the 30%. They had really good stuff, to be honest. We started really well. I liked a lot how we started. Scored a wonderful first goal, where, again, Trent was a bit, I think, quicker in mind, not sure. Everybody thought it's a corner, and then he puts the cross in, and Ginny's there. But then we weren't good in the second ball situations. Antonio won the first ball. That's not a massive problem, but for the second ball we have to pick them up much more often. That's how it happened, how they had the 3 corners in a row, and the third one then finally was in. Pretty much we struggled a little bit in these situations, and that really gave West Ham a good feeling. So we had a lot of finishes, but so they had a lot of goalie kicks. With these goalie kicks, they could win the second ball. That was for us difficult tonight. Well, then you have to. They score the first one, and then you have to. We lost a little bit patience in the first half. Then in the things we did offensively, you could see there was a little bit here, not nervous, but we wanted it too much. Going in the second half, and they scored a second goal. I have to watch it back. Didn't do yet, but I have to watch it back how that happened. They have that situation, scored it or finished it off, and so then we had to. We were forced to stay calm and do the right stuff, and I think all the goals to be scored were kind of strange a little bit, but the best goal we scored didn't count because that was exactly the football we wanted to play. But then in the end, obviously Sadio was slightly offside. But yeah, you have to squeeze it, you have to force it, and that's what we did tonight. And so we got the 3 points, and it's so special, it's unbelievable.
It's 13 wins now by a single goal. When did you develop this knack of seemingly being able to win from nowhere? I seem to remember like 2-3 years ago, you won when you played great, and when you didn't, you'd drop points. When did that change?
For sure, the Champions League final helped a lot, just to know that we are able to Look, I said it after the Champions League final when we played it. It was the worst final I ever played with a team, but the first we won. It's just, we were better with Dortmund against Bayern. We were better with Liverpool against Sevilla, against Madrid, but against Tottenham we won because we learned in that season that we don't have to be brilliant. We have to do the right things again and again and again and defend with all we have, and then there will be moments. It's long ago, and obviously we had to work on that. We worked a lot and wanted to work on consistency, staying in the game, using different situations. Our set pieces were really good tonight, but a bit unlucky with Virgil, and I think the first set piece was a brilliant one, and Sadio was in the air. Was it Sadio or Georginio? I'm not 100% sure, and he missed the ball. So a free header, and then we miss it. So that was good, and we needed set pieces from time to time. And so and they brought us back tonight as well, not with a goal, but with just changing, getting the momentum back again, and because we had a couple of set pieces after each other, and that was helped a little bit. So it's just that you need to have different ways. Look, there's so many things I could say what we could have done better. That's all true and 100% right, but to get this number of games, which the boys won now, you cannot be brilliant all the time. Something would be really wrong, because that would mean the other teams do everything wrong and we do everything right, and it's not like this. We just try to make the best of it, the best of what we have. And so I'm again really pleased with the attitude we showed, that we stayed in the game. You could see the boys still believe. We had sensational situation. The crosses were a bit too hard from Robbo and Trent, but we had super situations where we brought them in the right position. When they put the crosses in, it fell a little bit like shots instead of crosses, so we missed these balls, but no, all okay.
So you have equalled another couple of records tonight, one of them being 18 straight league wins, City's record from a couple of years ago. Do nights like tonight show how special those records are? Because it shows how hard every game is.
When City did it, I never thought that it will be beaten, to be honest, or equaled, whatever. I just kind of couldn't imagine. Now we did it. I cannot believe that it happened, to be honest. But I know there were so many different and difficult moments in that time, and I liked it a lot when tonight, for example, pretty much everything what is kind of positive helps, and we conceded tonight the equalizer, and the stadium was rocking. So really was there, and it helps massively. That makes us a special place. That you are not only on your toes when everything is clicking. So so often in that season that helps. Whatever will happen in this season, it's an effort of all of us, and it's I couldn't be more thankful and couldn't appreciate it more, the support we get from everywhere. So it's so far so good, but now let's carry on.
It's getting closer. 12 points required for Liverpool, but they didn't do it the straightforward way tonight in that second half, did they?
No, they didn't, but like Liverpool have been doing all season, they've been getting it done, and what they're doing is they're not panicking. They know that they've got the players to do it. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain came on and made a bit of a difference. There's more thrust when he came on, but you're still going to get Trent Alexander bombing forward. You're still going to get Andy Robertson bombing forward. You're going to have Firmino still trying to do what he does in respect of creating something on the edge of the box, and then they probably get something. And then when you get a goalkeeper who he's had a poor day today, you know, you're going to win games.
They've conceded just once in 11 games. They've conceded twice in one night tonight. What were you thinking when Fornals scored and made it 2-1?
I was thinking, oh my gosh, Arsenal are going to keep the invincible record. No, I was thinking, you know, this is a big test now. This is a big test, but like this here, you think to yourself, not tight enough, Joe Gomez. So there's something not happening. It wasn't quite right. It weren't tight enough, and you know, he took full advantage of it. For now, you look at him here, I think he's got to get closer. Now he's got to be closer. I think he's dropped back too far for me. I know he's looking at Virgil van Dijk where he is, but I think that's where the danger is, because Trent Alexander's got to try and take care of Mikel there. So that's the danger. That's what I think he should be concentrating on.
I think the other part to discuss is West Ham. We spoke about them before the game being more adventurous today.
Yeah.
Look how many bodies they've got in the final third, and 4 of them in the box as Fornals is about to play. Talking about the finish, it's It's not an easy finish at all, Wrighty, as we probably both know. It bounces just in front of me. I love the way he sweeps it because he doesn't hit it with his foot.
No.
It's closer to his knee than his
The main
foot.
thing you want to do with that is you just want to keep it on its way and keep it down.
Yeah.
You know, and keep it going on its way. You don't want to try and force it in.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of guide it, keep
It's like
guiding
a sweeping action,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because you can hit it on your foot, you can hit it anywhere up your leg. It's all the same as long as the angle of your body is.
It's almost hit him on the calf there, Mike, because he's just kept it going.
Exactly.
Do you feel for Fabianski, or was there any excuse?
Feel for a goalkeeper. Me?
Just checking you up soft in your old age.
Right, well, let's get that over with. Goalkeeper mistake, of course it is. But, I mean, I'm more interested in centre-forwards, as you well know.
I do.
We'll watch this as it goes to start with. We'll see the mistake, of course. It's a shocking mistake. And as Wrighty said earlier, you know, a goalkeeper that everybody was looking forward to coming back into the team. First of all, it's a great forward pass. Then it's a nice switcher play. But I just want to talk about centre-forward play. In this situation, so normally you're taught as a pair, as a two centre-forwards, you talk one across the near post. The second, either come in here, which is what happens. Other option is this man here. Let me just get the right. This man across the near post.
Yeah.
And spin. So you're changing your runs, Wrighty. You spin around the back to cover both angles. As it happens, Mo Salah does the first angle. Firmino takes all the men with him into the 6-yard box, and then Salah comes, sweeps along. Now, OK, it's a big mistake, but as I say, like to focus on the centre-forward. It is training ground, perfect centre-forward play as a pair, doing the opposite movement, and that's what got them the goal.
Yeah. Obviously,
Wasn't the cleanest striker of Mo Salah's career.
You know what? Again, it wasn't his cleanest strike, but you know he could get a clean strike and maybe miss the target. Your main thing is hit the target. You know the goalkeeper's supposed to save that, but if you hit the target, got a chance of it going in.
And at 2-2.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a huge chance at 2-2 with Antonio. And me and Wrighty have been talking about this as well. You know, Wrighty, you explain what you do,
Well,
because that's
for me,
textbook.
when you look at this, right, Mike, the way it's coming in, you've got to take that. You either take that first time and sweep it in, like we just saw with Fornals, or you've got to take that on the left foot, so it drops down and then you just sweep it in with the right foot. I think there, bam, that's the hardest control with the way the ball's coming in. That's the hardest control you're going to try and do there. So it's coming naturally onto your left foot, so you might as well just let it come into you, cushion it down. Cushion, that's so difficult. And you know what? That's got to hit him on the boot. It's got to get so much right to get this control. Mike will probably do that naturally.
But it's fascinating, right, is it? Because if you teach a centre-forward, that's exactly what you should do. It's a left-foot touch, no question about it. However, we're all got one side better than the other. I take myself back to, say, the Manchester United goal against Man City in the last minute. I'm getting the ball. It's a left-foot touch every day of the week, but I'm so confident with my right foot that I'm thinking, no, do the opposite.
I would never have taken that with the outside of my right foot.
I was just more confident.
Is that just
with the outside of my right foot?
He's got, what, a split second to think about that, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but because it came natural to Michael to just take it like that, and it was a great ball from Giggs, and he took it like that, I would still not have taken that like that. I would have taken it there, guided it into there, and then probably would have finished it with my right foot, the inside of the right foot.
The point I'm making is, Antonio, that you guys, how long have you got when that ball's been... You haven't got long... Is that just instinct the way you go?
You pick up the sight and the flight of the ball. What we're trying to say is we're all different. What Wrighty would do is textbook. He probably would do that because his left foot was better than mine, in fact. But I was just so much more confident with my right foot. Of course, Antonio is obviously the same. He's not as confident on his left foot as he should be, really. If he could do it with both, he would have. He's
got a better chance of taking that with the instep of your left foot, because the goal, you see where the goalkeeper was, he's literally no man's land. I personally think he could have finished it first time, but he would have been able to get it down and slot it in easy, because the goalkeeper was absolutely nowhere there.
Big opportunity for 3-2 at one end, then it became 3-2 at the other.
Well, he did. I mean, first of all, look at Allah here. I mean, I think he's got to do a lot more. If I was his manager, I wouldn't be too happy. He gets a lucky deflection. Trent shows a lot of composure. Sadio Mane, everyone will think easy tapping, and of course, yes, OK, you should be scoring. But I tell you what, as this ball is bouncing high, you are thinking, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks. Good finish.
Well, it is because it's bounced up high. It's one of those you can see where that can bounce. You've got to stay right on top of that. He's done well there. People will think, oh, look where he is. Yes, because he's a top quality striker and he knows how to do it.
Makes it look easy.
He does make it look easy, but
I've seen those go over the bar. Listen, I'm not saying...
from your boot.
No, I'm not saying it's an easy... it's an impossible... Of course it's an easy chance, but I have seen them go over the bar and he was never going to miss.
That one didn't. 3-2 Liverpool, another 3 points, no doubt. Much to the delight of Jurgen Klopp, who we're going to hear from in a moment. There was another big chance there at 3-2, wasn't there?
There was, yeah. I mean, let's play it on. It's a substitution.
Yeah, Mikel Antonio does really well here. Like I say, it's a great run, and you watch him here. The goalkeeper needs him to take touches that he knows that he can edge closer and closer to him, Mike. So then what's happening is, I think Andy Robertson tries to keep him offside, but for me...
He plays him offside, tries to, doesn't he?
Once that goes into him, what he's got to do for me, because Alisson is now thinking, oh no, he's halfway out his goal. So from here, look at Alisson. Stop it there, Mike. If you go back one, Mike. So Alisson now, he wants him to have another couple of touches, Steve, because he needs him to get closer, because he wants to narrow the angle. I think he's got to chip him from here. Because Alisson's on his... Absolutely. He's got to chip him from there. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Because I know he's got to be coming out because he wants to narrow the angle. He takes another touch and another touch. All the time he's looking down and Alisson's getting closer. Look. Yeah. It's bigger. Now he tries it. It's too late.
What would you have done, Michael?
Well, I think if you're gonna take that extra touch, I think you've got to do it again and you've got to go round him. I think Wright is right. You've either got to dink him early or take a touch to make him dive at your feet and then go round him. But he was almost caught between the two ideas there.
Okay.